guys, it's your gal pal Evie in here. I hope you're all well and content, and if you're not, you find a way to rewire your brain to make yourself well and content. Let me just plug in the microphone so you guys can hear me better. I like to keep my format very real and, simple because, we live in I am a real person, and I don't want to make out that I'm fake, or that, I don't want to have all these filters to make it look like I'm fake, because, that could hinder people's view of themselves a little bit. So that's not what I'm talking about today. This is really more for women, the women out there. This is really more for you. Sometimes we meet someone, and for a week or so we text back and forth. We might have seen them once or twice, and then all of a sudden the texting stops. Well, usually it's the woman that says, well, I got ghosted again. And I must admit that has happened to myself, and I myself have said I've been ghosted again. But it wasn't until recently. I've always tried to dive into that issue to try to figure out on my part what it is I'm doing wrong. It's not natural just to keep getting ghosted and ghosted. And, I had to stop and do some research and some meditation, but what really helped me was the research that I did. And what I did is I started listening to men. I started going and finding real men out there that knew what they were talking about and that were completely honest. And I will give them credit at some point. I don't know their names on top of my head, and I want to make sure I give them good credit, but I listen to many men that are just very real, and I can tell a real person because real knows real, and I'm a real person. I'm going to try to keep this video short. And I'm just going to outline some reasons why men and women, because it does happen to men too. Men do get ghosted as well. Men and women get ghosted. Okay, in this day of age, most people are looking for a true connection. Why waste your time with trying to be with someone that in the beginning, if you know it's not going to work out? Why try pressing through when you know it's not going to work out in the beginning? Because it's only going to, we all know it's just going to blow up and make a mess. If that worked, then our world wouldn't be in the state that it's in. So sometimes people simply get ghosted because, the first week it might have been going well, but then once you get to know a person, there are certain aspects that might be major for them. Okay, so the woman says, well, why doesn't he just tell me? Well, I've learned from men, and I don't blame men for doing it now. I've learned from men, they don't want to make a woman cry. A real decent gentleman, which is what you want in your life, a good guy doesn't want a woman to cry. And most women can't handle the truth. They can't. If I was honest and said to my friend that yellow dress made her butt look big, she would be upset with me. Most women just can't handle the truth like that. So it's just easier for a guy to simply take a ghost card and be done with it, because he gets much less slack doing the ghost thing. All right, so that's one reason. All right, another reason is because he can open up a whole can of worms if he simply tells the truth to this woman. Most women, when they're told the truth, hey, Sally, it's not going to work out because you like summer and I like winter. So how is that ever going to work out? Because you want to live somewhere warm and I want to live somewhere cold. So that's a major thing, say that's a really major thing in their lives. So no, love isn't strong enough to withstand that. I don't care what anybody says. You can still love each other, but be mature enough to know that it's just not going to work out as a compatible, happy couple living in blissfulness. And I think that's what most people want today. People are tired of having to go through bumps and humps, so it's better to identify in the beginning. All right, another reason why people ghost is because, I want to keep on my train of thought and keep this video fairly short. Another reason why people ghost is because, why a man would ghost a woman is because sometimes women don't show a man enough interest. Sometimes women think it's all about them. Sometimes women forget that men actually need validation as well, and men need to be told that they're doing a good job. Men need to be respected. Men need to feel that respect, and men need to, and if a woman isn't giving that to a man, then why would he want to even bother pushing anything forward with this particular woman if he's not feeling it, even if he's given her, I think men need to give women efficient time, because it depends on the individual. Like, if the individual is already outgoing and outspoken to the man, like say she's already told him a bunch of shit, and then, but she hasn't made him feel like he's wanted. Men need to feel wanted. That's so important. So sometimes it's just simply that the woman has forgot that it's not just her in this equation, that it's a man too. So sometimes it's just simply that the woman has forgotten to compliment the men. And women, I'm sure that if you didn't do that with intention, I'm pretty certain that most women definitely don't intend to do that. This is mind-blowing for women. Women just, we just think that men are just so strong creatures, because you are. Men are just so strong and so tough that sometimes we forget that you guys need to feel wanted too. So please forgive us as women, and please allow us to do better. But let's keep on topic with this video. It's all about ghosting. Those are the 3 major reasons why people get ghosted. So women, sometimes I think that you should take the ghosting, and men, the ghosting is a blessing. And hey, if you really like the guy or the girl, then show them, make them feel wanted, because hey, that can turn all around. That can change. The dynamic of a relationship can change just as fast as it went from I want to ghost you. Well, maybe just as fast it could go back to, hey, I really want you, and boy, I'm glad I came this. And I've heard this happening to a lot of people, where they've almost given up on somebody, but something like dramatic happened, and in those moments, that's truly meant to be. So respect that, and grow on that together in a relationship, and be open. Always be open. I hope I've made sense on the points on why men and women get ghosted, and try not, and I'm going to ask myself and all my viewers to try not to be so emotional about it. Think about what I said, which is what I learned, and the information I gathered from the last few days from listening to very honest men. Thank you to the men that opened up and were honest about this. And I thought that it would be a good idea for a woman to, after hearing that, to deliver it, to have it from a woman's perspective, to deliver it to other women and men as well, Thank you so much. It's been Eve Eden, and I hope that you have a fabulous day.